So here we are. It's 10:15 a.m. on a Tuesday morning in the city of Wagga Wagga. And we're just going to proceed now along the main street. About a kilometre of shops and businesses in the city of Wagga.
Welcome to Wood Street. And for our 10 minutes or thereabouts walk down Wood Street, and the comparison with something 10,000 miles away in Australia. So we've got a nice sunny day today. We're quite lucky, although it's only about 4 or 5 degrees. It's a bit chilly.
Wagga Wagga is pretty much the largest inland city in New South Wales. It's got a population of 50,000 or so. It doesn't sound very large, but that's because most people live on the coast.
Over on our right there, we can see Clapton Craft, which is a little kind of craft brewery shop. It's kind of like a cafe and a pub all at the same time, and a shop and a takeout shop, like an off license. What do you call them down under? A bottle-o? Something like that.
It's the capital of the Riverland. Riverina, in fact, it's called here. So this is the Riverina area. It's basically because of the Murrumbidgee River flows through here, so all the towns are along the Murrumbidgee. So it's basically farming, agriculture, so on and so forth.
So you've got Dennis Locksmiths, been here forever. And then we've got these kind of expensive new places like Wood Street Deli, Mother's Hub, the chocolate and bakery, with items that are too expensive for me to buy. A fish and chip shop that's been here forever.
So we're going to carry on along this big shopping street here. Here's some vaping, a vaping shop. Now there was a bit of controversy about the vaping here. It got banned, it got made illegal, then it got made legal again. Now I think you can sell vaping stuff, but as you saw there, you're not allowed to have anything in the window. It's meant to be just for trying it or something. I haven't really read the rules, but it's a bit...
The Duke's Head, a pub. It used to be a football and kind of bad bands pub. It's a bit gentrified now. Look, there's a big Wall Street Walls mural. Okay, how are we doing? Maybe I'm going a little too fast down here. So this was a maintenance DIY shop, and then down the road a home base opened, massive supermarket, superstore kind of place, and then it closed after it put them out of business in the Walmart style. It's Wood Street Market, a diminished market, and the Georgian Village, which has a strange set of small businesses in.
Wagga, or both in Walthamstow and in Wagga. Now it's starting to get busy. You're going to have to weave among the pedestrians, get a few funny looks. Portland's, I think that's an Australian chain, but what do I know? And now we've arrived at the first mall. Sturt Mall with the Kmart and Coles. Kmart and Coles. Coles is a massive supermarket, bit of one of the two that have a supermarket monopoly, Coles and Woolworths, or Woolies, confusingly for English people because it's completely different, but it's called Woolworths. Kmart's like an all-you-can general store. Bubbles and tea. Bubble tea is massively popular here. There's a bubble tea shop everywhere in Australia.
And then here we have a little shop that's been here for a long time. It's now an organic kind of shop. Where you can buy very expensive fruit and veg, if that's what you're after. Oh look, it was Jones's butcher shop originally.
What they do is is they send the police out to the corner, hiding, and then they just do like a round of tickets to make some money, and then they go back, and the rest of the time you can jaywalk as much as you want, and no one pays
Here we
any
have the
attention.
excellent Palestinian bakery of Heba. They do fantastic sandwiches. And look, here's Steve's hairdresser, where Seth likes to get his hair cut. And then there's Heba proper. They do an amazing falafel wrap.
Yeah, that's the old COVID sign. Moving swiftly on again. As you can see, this goes on for a long time. There's some arty statue.
Gentrified kind of place, which gives you a 4D or is it even a 5D scan of your baby when it's in the womb. Another bakery that used to be Percy Ingles, they went out of business.
Here, look at that. Oh, that looks good to me. Jewelers, banks, kebab, and nightclub. So there's a nightclub here too. Let's see what goes on here. Look at this. Wagga's best beer garden. And
Shops down here. So they've started blocking up the roads around here to kind of try and keep traffic onto the main thoroughfares. And seems to be a few people unhappy about it. But I imagine it's quite nice if you live on those roads.
town shop, but it sells all kinds of things. It's not actually that cheap, but it's kind of like a household goods shop. I don't know why it's called the Reject shop. That doesn't make any sense to me. Dusk, I don't know what that is. Athletes, look, that's a famous global chain, presumably. It's getting a bit busy here. This is the coffee club. So the coffee club is a Australian chain of coffee shops. They're crap. But you know, that's how life goes. They're in most towns and cities. Moving swiftly along.
And right at the end here was the library, Wood Street Library, which had the names of great people on the side of it, prime ministers and what have you. Anyways, you might be able to see over there, it's a pile of dirt now, because they decided to knock it down and you got it, build flats. Well, people need places to live.
Supplement shops are really popular in Australia. Let's see if we can see it from here. If you look in here, you can see there's like, oops, I've made the doors open. I realise it's like rows and rows of, it's like protein shakes and stuff. Like, so people who are into like the bodybuilding and that, they can basically buy custard, gluten. People buy like giant tubs of those and then it bulks them up for when they do weightlifting or to go to the gym.
And here, at the end of Wood Street, we have a rather forlorn clock. So I don't think Wood Street is quite as long as the place in Wagga Wagga. And here we have some more kind of artwork on top of a Turkish restaurant.
Minutes waiting at the traffic lights. Westpac, one of the big four banks. This is nice, like always get water in most town centres.
That is the end of the shopping street as we know it. Coffee corner. Can't say I've ever been in there for my sins.
That's it. I hope you enjoyed this 10-minute journey down the main shopping street of Wagga. Short and sweet and very fast. That's it.